Hello, my name is Brian Stacks. This is my competitive, excuse me, my competitive app analysis screencast. It's for our week one in MDV 31 0 0 mobile. I'm sorry, mobile user experience. I'm gonna go through the evaluation sheet on both of these apps I had to do my competitive analysis on. The first app is called Magical. I'm gonna highlight it right there, and the other one is Event Seeker, highlighted right there. Um, in the Magical evaluation, the visibility of app status. Does the app keep users informed about what is going on through appropriate feedback? And the developers do write a short description when you download um, that they have updated for iOS, but not much about the details. They really don't delve into what their app does. And even in the event seeker, all they had was on some update. It took place of their app description as bug fixes. Um, but yeah, neither one was real useful in that. But we'll discover the magical app. I won't keep speaking about Event Seeker till next. Um, it says match between app and the real world. Does the app sense the user's environment and adapt the information displayed accordingly? And when you open up the app, they do. They use your GPS coordinates, and you can either do that, agree with that, and it will use your coordinates and give you the events around you, or you can deny that and set it statically, so it don't stop you from using the app if you don't give it the GPS coordinates. Um, sorry. Users often choose app functions by mistake and will need a clearly marked emergency exit. Does the app contain safe exploration features like back, cancel, and undo? They have this in some areas, but I got stuck in the search area. I just typed a bunch of nonsense, and it went really pretty much a blank app. Then it just you could search for other ones and it would get something, but it never had like, oh, you need to no display results, and we'll cancel this search and go back to the original screen. But it just pretty much left you there with nothing, no way to go. Error prevention. Like I said, in that context, it did not give me error prevention in that. And then there wasn't too many other ways that you could, because that was pretty much the only part that you filled out. And even if you filled out like the wrong, when you done the GPS and done the static, it didn't give you a error. It would just say, it would just give you like an undefined area. Consistency and standards in the app really, they said they updated it for iOS 7, and it really didn't look like they had updated it for iOS 7. It looked like it was really an iOS 6 app, and they tried to keep it that way. That's just what I've seen on that app. Some well, next one would be the recognition rather than crowd. Minimize the user's memory load by making objects, action, and options visible. They did this, but they were sort of confusing because they had two menu buttons, and they had like a little radar button, which usually means you don't hit this, GPS stuff. But really, what it was a radius, like how far out you wanted it to search. And they only went from 20 to 50. I think they should have gave a little more customization there. We'll talk about that in the next one. Flexibility and efficiency of use. Reduce the number of steps required by anticipating user needs and enabling customization. And it wasn't really customizable besides that. Um, just like I said, that was pretty much the only customization you could do. Aesthetic and minimalist design. Screens should not contain information which is irrelevant or rarely needed, and not overly excessive in this app. Um, Maybe on their side menu, it had little um, like some things I didn't think were necessary. But anyway, to the next one, error messages should be expressed in plain language, precisely indicating the problem and solution, and it didn't do that for me, as I just said earlier. Help and documentation. Their help was a user guide, and a blog link was the help. Um, so if you needed help, you pretty much had to go on their blog and wait for their response. The user guide was a good thing because it would run you through how to use the app. And now I'll talk about Event Seeker. Like I said earlier, the app status was very plain description. Um, all they had was bug fixes. They didn't really have an explanation on the app. They also done the GPS coordinates, and you could set it statically. Um, they did also have the appropriate. They had, unlike Magical, I'm sorry, they had appropriate back buttons and cancel buttons. I never got stuck nowhere on a search or nothing. It would always let you cancel to get back to the original page. Uh, in the Event Seeker app, I tried throwing errors, but didn't get no warnings or anything. I mean, there wasn't nothing really you could do wrong in it. Like I said, the other ones, uh, it done what the other one wouldn't do. It would let you cancel to go back if you put in the wrong thing. Um, this app is a very good app. The Event Seeker, I thought uh, you'd really have to wonder, like it didn't have two menu buttons, and it was very just up to standard. It looked more like an iOS 7 app than the Magical app. It just was very plain. It was just all white with the blue buttons, just like you designed plain in the Xcode, and didn't put no style or visual thought into it. Uh, but it was iOS 7 for sure. Like I just said, they do have a very easy layout that was just led you right to where you wanted to go. Flexibility and efficiency of use. It didn't have no customization to it besides location. That was the only customization on it. They could have used a little more details on the page, not a lot of words telling you anything. It was just the menu button and pictures, which that is good, but it should have some definitions, maybe a settings or something similar to that. Help users recognize, diagnose, and recover from errors. Like I said, I didn't get no errors on this app. And also, I could not find no help, uh, no blog. You could just go in and rate their app was all you could do. And one of the other requirements of this screencast was to show the something with marketing and mobile user experience. And I found this article from January of last year, 5 tips for developing successful mobile apps. I was going to run over these headlines here. In order to succeed, a mobile app must solve a problem, which is a very good tip. I mean, if you're not pretty much offering to help somebody do something, your app's pretty much useless. It's just unless it's a game, something to track time. But to to make a to make a useful app, you would want to make sure it solved a problem. Focus on one thing and do it well. And that was the thing with the apps I just went over. They, what I wanted to do was just take it to the local sports and events instead of all events. They was very general. A bunch of events, and I would like just to drill that down into something simple. If you build it, nope, they probably won't come. App stores on the direct channel. You have to do some marketing. Get your name out, stuff like that. Apps need optional user notifications. Um, that that's pretty much explains itself. They um, want to be able to give notifications, but make sure that you don't give them useless notifications. Because I have that in a lot of game apps. They just keep popping away. You got 10 coins waiting on you. It's a good ploy to get you back into the app, but it just does get a little annoying. Don't force users to run your app instead of visiting the corporate website. Uh, a couple years ago, that would, like I said, when this was done, this guy was talking about, you know, running it for a corporate organization. That's what he's coming from the side of the corporate websites and how their corporate web mobile apps have got lost in the drowning of the mobile app rush. Um, but yeah, that was a very good article I read. But thank you for watching my screencast. This has been Brian Stacks.